So I think this is the first video I'm doing without holding Rose. I have severe mommy thumb, the fancy Latin name, I can't remember it, and I can't pronounce it either. 2 weeks ago, I weighed myself and I was up 0.7 kilograms. Whatever, water weight, could be a million things. Last week I weighed myself and I was down 2.1 kilograms. I did not lose 2.1 kilograms in a week. So it's obvious that over the 2 weeks I lost, 1.4, which is about 0.7 a week, which is, I'm happy with that. And it had me thinking that we put so much emphasis on that number on the scale. I was listening to a story of a woman who said she was weighing herself multiple times a day. She had an eating disorder. Of course your weight's going to fluctuate through the day. Through all the dietitians I've ever seen over the years, they all have fancy scales in their offices. And my bariatric dietitian does not have a scale in her office. No scale. And she says, for one thing, people are going to be obsessing about it all on their own. She doesn't need to weigh them. They know their weight. It's also a case of your appointment this week is 9 a.m. Next week it's 3 p.m. You've had lunch in between. You've had an extra cup of coffee. Here's an example of how it matters where you put your scale. Bathroom floor, kitchen floor, wooden floor, they all say the same thing. On top of the yoga mat, there's a big difference. You want to look at your progress over a month. You're not going to look at it from a week-to-week basis. Down 2 kilograms, up 0.7 kilograms, down 2.1 kilograms. I stuck to the rules once a week, same day of the week. Did it before I ate anything, before I drank anything, after I'd had a pee. If your bowel movements are predictable, after a bowel movement is great. However, don't sit and not eat or drink anything until you've had a poop. And then watch your trend. It's not a straight line. It never will be. You get all kinds of fancy tests like DEXA scans and air displacement and water displacement tests. I desperately want to do a DEXA scan. As you hit the age of 40, you start getting what is known as sarcopenia, where you start losing your muscle mass. Also, as you age, you start losing bone mass. So yes, your number on the scale might be falling, and that's great. You got to make sure it's not muscle that you're losing and it's not bone density that you're losing. Any case, enough lecturing from me. Have a great week. Cheers.